Hi everyone, Sarah Graveswood here from Stuff to Do. We run a website called Stuff to Do at Home with a mission to change the world. We know it's a big task, but we think we can do it with a little help from the universe. So Lee Brownlee, the founder of Stuff to Do, is trying to get a message to Jim Carey. Do you think you can help her? The team here at Stuff to Do are trying by launching a creative campaign to try and get the attention of the great man himself. I know it sounds crazy, right? But we really want to speak to him. If you think you can help, please do get in touch. You can check out Lee's message to Jim on stufftodoathome.com, along with all our other gym-related activities. So, we've decided to start an International Jim Carey Day to recognise his great ideas and to hopefully get his attention. We've chosen 6th of September as the date for the celebration, which just happens to be his daughter's birthday too. We want the day to be a really positive international event to celebrate Jim Carey. It will be focused on self-improvement, creating personal success and gratitude, because this is something Jim is really passionate about. Now, I'm sure you know Jim Carey as a talented actor, but did you know he's also a children's author and a very talented artist? By using art as a kind of therapy, he has overcome many of his own personal issues. In interviews, he revealed his initial career success was down to using certain techniques, including his attitude towards life, which he says has brought him peace. Now, Jim has shared these techniques with the world, wanting to spread the bliss that he's discovered himself. And we also wanted to share them with the world so we can all benefit from his discovery. Now, why should you do this? Well, using Jim Carey's techniques will allow you to make things possible for yourself. And you should also be more at peace with yourself too. Wouldn't that be great? Imagine being able to live in the moment rather than worrying about things you can't change. And using these techniques should improve your emotional state, your well-being, and well, your life in general. It sounds like a winning plan, doesn't it? So how do you do it? Well, number one, firstly, you need to think about what you really want. When Jim was starting out his career, he asked the universe for great career success. He stood in the middle of a field with his arms outstretched and asked the universe for what he wanted. Jim believes that miracles will come true if you believe in them. So he learned a technique called manifestation, and this is changing your thoughts into reality by taking a goal or an idea and taking steps to make it real. Jim thought very hard about what success would look like for him and wrote himself a cheque for $10 million dated 10 years in the future, and started thinking he was already a success and believed it. That's the important bit. Decide what you want to ask the universe for. This is called your intention, and this could be a new career, change of life, greater happiness, you decide. Then focus on that idea and truly believe it. On International Jim Carey Day, why not find your own green space, open your arms outstretched and ask the universe for what you want. Write down your intention and look at it every day. Start thinking about how you can make it happen. That's what Jim did, and it worked. Number two is to live in the moment. So Jim's philosophy on life is to live life in the moment and to live for now, because this is what that order is. And enjoy life like a child does, you know, the simple pleasures. This is part of a mindfulness technique, which has been shown to improve your mental health. Number three is to be your authentic self. So Jim believes you should not try to be someone you're not, because this will end up making you unhappy. And it's also quite exhausting, to be honest. He believes that by staying true to who you are, you'll be at peace with yourself. Try not to worry about what people think. This only leads to unhappiness, and be humble and grateful for what you have. Number four is to do what you love. Spend some time thinking about your life. Does your work make you happy? Or is it just a job? How could you make things more enjoyable for yourself? What did you always want to be? Think about how you could make that happen. If you can't change your career, is there a way to include your passion in your life in other ways? Jim's dad was a great musician, but he chose to become an accountant to support his family. And this had a big impact on Jim, as he could see his father wasn't fulfilled by his work. His dad lost his job at 51 and the family became homeless. Jim has since said it's much better to fail at something you love doing than failing at something you hate. He's not afraid to put himself out there to try things and fail. At least if you're failing at something you love doing, it's It's better. Try to be more like Jim. And number 5 is to be kind to one another. Jim says the effect you have on other people is the most valuable currency out there. And you know, being kind to others actually improves your own mental health. The act of giving selflessly is shown to reduce stress. So take some time on International Jim Carrey Day to do some random acts of kindness. We've provided some ideas on our page, but why not start by sending a thank you message to someone you know? Number 6 is to love yourself. Now that's a really important one. Jim believes in self-respect and encourages people to try and get it, because if you don't love yourself, you'll find it's hard to find inner peace. Jim says, choose love over fear and don't let anything turn you against your playful heart. On our page, we've provided a link to some useful self-love exercises to help you learn to love yourself. Why not give them a go? Number 7 is to declutter your life. You know, when Jim first became successful, he spent his money on lots of material things, but they didn't make him happy. So he gave them up for a simple life. He says he did it to show people things are not important. On International Jim Carey Day, why not try and declutter your space and see how much lighter you feel? Donate some of your possessions to charity. Have a look around you. How much stuff do you actually need? Things will never fulfill you and make you happy. Number 8, practice self-development. So Jim believes in self-development. There's lots of benefits to doing this, including improved confidence and well-being. Why not try reading some books that Jim Carrey has read, such as The Great Secret by Rhonda Byrne, or Essential Writings of Ralph Emerson, and a book on self-love maybe, or take up a creative art like painting like Jim did. There's some links on the page for you to use. So I hope you've been inspired to help celebrate International Jim Carrey Day. You could even try these techniques right now and celebrate how far you've come on 6th of September, International Jim Carrey Day. Bye.